What's up, everybody? It's Steve. Welcome back to Atlantis Confirmed. This is the video. This is the one that puts it all together. The reason why it seems a little scattershot in the earlier videos is because this is a confluence of different epochs, different interpretations of the same multiple catastrophes coming and then all merging as they became global, seafaring, advanced culture together. So it's like having a bowl of vegetable soup and picking out a pea and a noodle and a green bean and separating each story. So let's jump right into it. The Atlantis Template. This is the Göbekli Tepe Stela. 43 Göbekli Tepe is the oldest megalith site on Earth, dating back 13,000 years. These are the symbols that are found on it. You have a bird neck, or bird, and with its neck, you have a skull. You have Scorpius. You have a crease. You have a bird. You have a disc. You have these three birds. You have an M-shaped pattern. You have three Graham Hancock man bags. I noticed that this is, okay, so this is the back of the Moai on Easter Island. I am not the first to say there were similarities. Graham Hancock and Robert Schoch have said it for a long time that there's something eerily similar about Göbekli Tepe and Easter Island, but they are not eerily similar. They are actually the same mural, just stylized. And here is the template. You have the bird head, you have the skull, you have the Scorpius, you have the crease, you have the disc, you have the bird, There is another disc here that people don't know about, but that's where it is. And you have an M right here as well. See the M, there's the disc. The artist who drew it got it, but you can't really see it. You never see it represented. They got the shadowing right, but this is basically two birds fighting over like a giant pearl. Okay, so that's the Atlantis Template. There's the skull. There's the S for the bird, and that's all the pieces. They're all there. That's what makes. There's the bird. There's the skull. There's the Scorpius. There's the crease. There's the bird. There's a pearl here, because on this version they did it differently, but on this version they adapted it so that it's got it in its beak. It's got it in its beak. They interpreted it differently here, but his beak would go up, and there would be a ball. But so it's evolved. It's an artist copying an artist copying an artist after tens of thousands of years. Okay, so I found it on the Pakal mask. I found it on the Egyptian King Tut mask, and I found it on the earliest depiction of the Ark of the Covenant. You can check out my previous videos. Here's everywhere else I've found it. India, this is called sarcophagus lid. This is Aztec, Göbekli Tepe. Ancient cave art. This is Aztec also. It's even in the Freemason. That's all. It's the Freemason secret. The compass in the square is your little Orphan Annie decoder ring. You take those cardinal points, not cardinal, but you take those 6 points that they point to, and you get the bird, the M, the bird. Then it goes down this way, and you get the bird, the Scorpius, and the bird. So you place that on any. You place the compass in the square on any esoteric work, and you find the hidden symbols. That's the big secret. And if you think, here's something else I just recently discovered. So here's the bird on the back of the Moai. Nobody knew what this was in Japan. This is a megalith. It's been there for wherever. I thought it was beautiful, and the shape was so foreign and alien. It's the bird. Look, they've got every little bit. Look, where that's messed up, that's what messed up. It's exact. Even the crease of the stone, this is the where it separates. This is the bottom of the bill. This is the top of the bill. That's explaining in the megalith. This culture is old. Okay, so now I have to introduce you to the work of the Thunderbolts Project by the very genius man David Talbot. You have to understand that our solar system is out of whack, and you can Google this. Mercury is in the wrong place. It should not be such a small planet that close to the sun. The Earth is on a 23-degree tilt. Uranus is also tilted, and I believe that Neptune spins backwards. Something happened in our galaxy. Something disrupted the natural placement of our planets. And when planets form, physics tells us they form with their axis straight up and down. If we're on a tilt, then something upset it. That's not natural. So David Talbot says that at one point, when we were in correct alignment, the original alignment, the planets were a lot closer together, and they looked something like this. We achieved a planet alignment. Here's Earth, here's Mars, here's Venus, and here's Saturn. This is why Saturn is revered in ancient time. I'm going to leave a copy. You must watch Symbols of an Alien Sky by the Thunderbolts Project. It explains the science, it explains the mythology, it shows you everything far better than I could. All I'm doing is tying it to the Atlantis Template. Okay? So from the Earth, well, this is what it would look like, right? And then it would start to separate. And you've seen these symbols before in ancient things, I'm sure. And a static charge, I believe, or some sort of plasma charge would have been generated between the three, and it would have looked like this. This is called Squatterman. And the Squatterman glyph would have looked like that in the primitive sky. And I love this picture so much. Can you imagine seeing that in the sky every night? Can you imagine being back then and being so primitive and seeing that in the sky every night? No wonder they thought it was a god. So Squatterman is found all over the world. There's Arizona, Armenia, Guyana, New Mexico, Spain. And here's our friend again. And I discovered him today in Algerian cave art. There he is. And I didn't see this figure mentioned in Symbols from the Alien Sky, but I see this guy everywhere in multiple cave art. Look, he's holding the snakes. This is our Viracocha, Quetzalcoatl. This is our God self. I love. It's a very lovely theory about the God self, but this is the true meaning of it. It's he's holding the snakes. I imagine at some point electric charges must have snapped through there. That's why these aren't as defined as the rest of them. But all of this, these are the circles. That's why they wear the tassels. It's to create these. All right. So I started looking at this, and I was like, well, if that's what they saw in the sky, I could see how that could work for maybe because the David Talbot, they suggest that there's Saturn up there. And that's the Eye of Providence, and where all that comes from, the eye at the top of the pyramid. This would be the pyramid, that's the eye. But the only one I could really match that to, as far as creation myth goes, was the Iroquois. And they make it a spider. And you see the spider? And that's the Earth's magnetosphere. And it looks like a spider there as well. Well, that's the Iroquois. But I said, that's not what I see. When I look in ancient, like this is Yingana. This is the supreme goddess, creator goddess of ancient Australia, who is said to have seeded the world. I see a head that looks more dragonfly-ish. I see this. And this is Yingana, found all over the world. It's Ukraine. Let's see if I can't. Oh, that's the Ukraine. This is Turkey, I believe. This is Egypt, and you see the pharaonic headdress. This is, like I said, Australia. So I said, where have I seen this? This all looks like the Squatterman to me. But right there, the arms, that I buy all of that. And maybe the Iroquois did see it like that, but maybe there were people who saw it with the Earth's magnetosphere correctly aligned like that, and it became Yingana to them, or the dragonfly looking thing. And I said, what happens if you put Yingana's body on the Squatterman? And there it is. And that looks very similar. I think we're getting really close to what here's the holding up the arms, there's the head. And then I said, where have I seen this before? Circle, 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 M shape. And then it hit me. Back at the Atlantis Template. circle, 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 M shape. And then I transferred my Atlantean template onto my Squatterman with the Earth's magnetosphere on top, and look what we got, guys. It's a match. The M is from the Earth's magnetosphere. The birds line up. I mean, you couldn't do it anymore. Oops, how did that get in there? Oops, how did that get in there? Yep, we are still worshiping Squatterman today. Billions of people have no idea this is where it's coming from. This is who they're really venerating. All right. So there it is. There is the Atlantean template. It's found in the Squatterman image. That was the birth. I think they may have used this image also for a map. I know that sounds really far-fetched, so I'm just going to keep it to this right now. I'm going to do some more research on that and get it back. But I think they may have found corresponding points on Earth and used it as a map as well. So if you think that I found it all through ancient art and even up to the Renaissance art. This is Peter Paul Rubens. This is the Garden of Eden, you know, the birth of man. If you do the Atlantis template and you two-thirds of the way down, you see he's given us a crease right here. This is like the crease on, this is like the belt on the Moai. Imagine this is the belt on the Moai. All right. I'm even going to show you real quick. There's the belt on the Moai, right? What do we see here in the bottom left? There's the belt on the Moai. What do we see in the bottom left? The bird head, right? What do we see in the bottom left? Bird head, right? So we correspond to our Peter Paul Rubens in the garden. And look, so if this is the crease, this is our bottom left. What is he doing? Why does he have his finger just randomly pointing to exactly where the bird head is? It's because it's Peter Paul Rubens and he's hidden the Atlantis template. I did a video where I show everything, but I just really like this one because it's like Da Vinci Code. The artist is literally pointing secretly to the hidden symbol. I'll just go show you really quick. He's even put a bird where the bird is supposed to be. I mean, he's all but saying, look, stupid. You know, here it is. I like this also because if you find a much better image of this, I think he's turned this into a vagina, and that's a clit. Like, don't trust me. Look it up for yourself. There are sexual organs between Eve's fingers, and look how she's got them spread. You know what I'm talking about. So check it out. That's the Peter Paul Rubens. I think he's done all kinds of crazy stuff in this one. The Atlantean code is still in there. And also, here's my final bit of proof. This is how you know that it's esoteric. This is the tarot card. This is where the origin of as above, so below comes from. Look what he's got. So if you take the right, let's say if it's facing us, the right arm is raising up. He goes down. It's pointing up. It's pointing down. Here is the head, and he's got the infinity over top of it. It's number 1 at the top because this was the first time. Zep Tepi. Okay, so that's it. Ta-da! There you go, everybody. Please leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. This is the guy. This is what people have been venerating. I think there's a whole other side. I mean, you're talking about 270,000 years backstory and, you know, things that happened that I'm going to get to also. But this is the main event. Congratulations to the Thunderbolts Project. Those guys had it figured out for a long time. All I did was combine the Atlantean template to the Squatterman thing. That's my contribution. And my cat. Okay, everybody. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Peace.